Hello everyone. My name is Ahmed Hussein Ayman and I'm a student of NUAA majoring in electrical and electronics engineering. Today I would like to highlight and put emphasis on a very important topic, a topic that relates to humankind's survivability and the choices that it makes that leads it there. Right now as we speak, we are being faced with an unforeseen pandemic that knows no race, no class, no country, or religion, and has ravaged across all borders and put the global economy to a complete unpredictable halt. But on the other hand, it gave a much needed pause to the hardworking laborers, 9 to 5 overworked employees, and many other key players in our economies. I emphasize on the pause being much needed not as an excuse for leisure, but an opportunity to use this spare time for a moment of essential collective self reflection and the trajectory we should take moving forward as a human race. If the entire lifespan of Earth were to be reduced to a single 24-hour day, then the time the modern humans arrived up till present times would have been equivalent to a mere few seconds. But it is in that fraction of those seconds when the Industrial Revolution came rolling after the 1800s where we created the most lasting impact on the environment. From mass deforestations to our over reliance on fossil fuels, all were done to achieve competitive economic growth, one needed for rapid urbanization, and the latter for cheap energy source for driving the economies of the world. Over time, this led to the loss of biodiverse habitats on a global scale, and if such unsustainable growth were to be continued, our future generations will inevitably pay the detrimental price for the irresponsible choices made by us. But such a dystopian future plagued by the scarcity of resources and overwhelmed by catastrophic global warming can still be averted as this pandemic leads us to a fork. A fork where one that leads to the same old ways of unsustainable exploitation of resources and renewed fossil fuel reliance, and the other paves the way to for a perfect opportunity to steer our trajectory of development towards a more sustainable green future that takes into consideration the well being of our surroundings and the proper livelihoods of the coming generations. We have to keep in mind for now that there is no planet B, and to initiate green sustainable plans to avert a dystopian future is the only way forward for humankind. Human greed for short term profit motives have overexploited Mother Earth and brought us to this point, and a lot of this can be blamed to the deregulations of big corporations and, in general, capitalism. Unchecked capitalism, as can be seen, has the potential to cause more harm than good in the long term. For that, a notable economist by the name Klaus Schwab, who is also the founder of World Economic Forum and its CEO, coined the term stakeholder capitalism. It is an alternative system which would prioritize all the stakeholders concerned, in contrast to that of the traditional prioritization of shareholders only. This concept is only just a small part of a bigger theme, dubbed by the same man as the Great Reset, which was also the name of the annual meeting of the World Economic Forum held in June 2020, that saw the meeting of high profile business leaders and political leaders all joined with similar concerns in mind. The other aspect of the Great Reset emphasized on sustainable developments, and in the incorporation of more green public infrastructure projects. The fatal consequences as a result of decades of profit motivated overexploitation of natural resources and the harm caused to our natural habitat and biodiversity due to that can all still be reversed. This pandemic provides for us an appropriate base to initiate a great reset, which can put us on a track for a green sustainable development trajectory for humankind. The choices we make now as a species will determine the world that our future generations will inherit from us.